All right, guys, we got to talk about Meta, the VR project that Mark Zuckerberg is really trying to just drive into the ground. He's losing billions of dollars a day. And I know you've probably heard quite a bit about this already, but this story just keeps getting funnier and funnier. So Forbes posted this article that caught my attention about how there was an event in Meta's Metaverse game, which is so confusing to say, but it's called Horizon Worlds. And this is that really crappy Xbox 360 era live avatar game that you see. There's the famous picture that Zuck himself posted of himself sitting in front of the Eiffel Tower, and it literally looks like so trash. And I want you to imagine the fact that this is being worked on by a team of some of the best developers in the world. Facebook has the ability to pay these people and attract this type of talent, and this is what they're making. They're dropping billions of dollars on this product, and this is the look and the state of things. Now, you might say, oh, Grim, this was a while ago. Things have updated. Well, are you ready to catch up with what is going on currently with the Metaverse? Because it is a hellish landscape out there, to say the least. So apparently within this game, there are different little worlds, and there is actually a Wendyverse. That is correct. The company that makes the square burgers themselves has their own freaking world in the Metaverse. You know, when you watch movies like Ready Player One, you think, damn, this is going to be crazy. There's going to be casino planets and snowboarding planets. I'm going to be able to go anywhere and do anything I want. But no, actually, it's just a bunch of companies that are idiotic enough to spend money on this game and this intellectual property in order to advertise to, I don't know, the 100 or maybe 200 people that are actively playing this a day. But Meta themselves have been hyping up this Wendyverse, I can't even believe I'm saying that word, event where Godzilla comes in and destroys the entire Wendy's. Yep, that's right. There's one franchise Wendy's in the Wendyverse that is just sitting amidst this green grass. I mean, the new Pokemon game looks like it has better graphics than this crap, and that is saying something, because if you know anything about video games, you know we are way past this. I mean, even mobile games in the past 5 years have made leaps and bounds past this visual fidelity, and it's just embarrassing that they're willing to do this. I mean, playing Pop Tropica on the internet browser back in the day was a better experience than spending 1 second of my time in this crap. Anyways, there was an official news crew, and now these people don't officially work for Meta, but Meta themselves and their Twitter accounts were posting this video as promotion for the community engagement that was going on in this Godzilla Wendyverse event. Let's just check in and see how this all went, because I'm sure since they're hyping it up as their first interactive event in this world in like the year that they've been making this game, it's got to be pretty big, right?
Hey, Miss Rex, we're here at Wendyverse, and as you can see, there's a whole mess behind me. Godzilla was just here. Everybody's hiding, and as you can see, no one is inside because everybody's trying to take a cover of this madness. We still have the fries and we still have the burgers.
Okay, they still got the burgers and they still got the fries, but nothing else is here, all right? Also, I love the fact that this woman is saying everybody as if this was some huge event. Of course, that's what they want you to think, but if you look in the background here, maybe out of the corner of your eye, you could spot 2 other users. I know it's kind of hard to see because they literally have a torso and a head. That's right, there actually hasn't been any legs in this game up until this point. Billions of dollars being spent on it, by the way, but don't worry, we'll get to that later. The one thing I want to know is what is going on with these VR teleprompters, because this is a news report. I'm guessing they're probably trying to read off a script or something here. What is going on with this voiceover? I really don't want to just grill this person that made this video for Meta, but holy crap, this is a terrible news broadcast, and honestly, just a beautiful match for the immaculate gameplay that we're seeing.
But this booty machine is not working anymore. I wonder why.
They destroyed.
But
They destroyed it.
oh my God! Hi. I wonder.
And all of a sudden, this user, the John McLay, comes out of nowhere, and it says World Editor. I don't know anything about this game, but that leads me to believe this is the designer for this level. So very funny that we have the creator that's supposed to be promoting this event by doing the news report, and the person who created it, and this random other person standing to the side. And that is the only people that turned out to the Wendyverse, despite Facebook, a company that is ubiquitous with the world at this point. Yes, many of us understand how crappy of a platform it's been for many years, but they have a lot of funding and money. This is all the audience they could pull into this. It's actually kind of mind-blowing. And again, I really need to take a look at these graphics because I think you could learn Blender or any other related 3D software, and within a couple weeks, you'd be able to make a scene that looks 10,000 times better than this. And you might say, oh, maybe it's graphical restrictions. No, headsets for VR are crazy nowadays. You have games like Boneworks and Superhot VR that I've seen that look super immersive and fun. There's no excuse it should look this bad. And I was talking about legs earlier. What's hilarious is the small little leaps and bounds that they're making with this technology. Despite all the money they're spending on it, they're so hype on it. Meta Horizon themselves, the official account, this is verified here with the blue check mark. That way you know they didn't pay Elon $8 like some idiot. No, this is an actual verified account. This is the account for Meta, and they're saying legs are coming soon. Are you excited? Look, Zuck, I don't know how to tell you this, buddy, but if you are making a video game, a video game that you think is going to revolutionize the world, and you're dropping billions of dollars into it, an announcement months after the game has been released about the legs being added to characters should not be a big freaking deal.
What can you tell us about it? Oh my God.
Destroyed.
By who?
Who could it be? It's a big footprint. Really big footprint. Who said that?
And these presenters are so sorry, man. I mean, you got a project manager here who probably had to step in and show, you know, that there was some interest in this level here, and this guy has no charisma. The other thing I have to point out is the fact that this, quote, event isn't really an event. You go into this world, you teleport through the fridge over to the Wendyverse. It's just so hard to follow, I know, for some of my older viewers who might just not understand any of this. But basically, you get to this place, and I don't even think there's an animation, a character model, any evidence of Godzilla actually existing besides this, quote, big footprint that this guy was just talking about. You don't actually see any of the destruction happen. I doubt anybody stepped foot into the Wendyverse before when this building was intact entirely, so nobody's really caring about some random property damage for a massive multi-billion-dollar fast food company inside a VR game. There is no pizzazz, there is no finesse, there is no excitement in this. And meanwhile, you have games like Fortnite. They've been doing events for years now where it's insane. I mean, I remember seeing a 300-foot-tall Travis Scott performing, destroying the earth as he's stepping around. It was lit, and I didn't need a VR headset to feel immersed into that. Meanwhile, you got idiots over here spending $1,000 on a headset, some of them actually investing in this sorry-ass company. They put it on and they're like, wow, this Xbox 360 graphics game has a broken down Wendy's and there's a big footprint. I guess Godzilla was here. That's scary.
All the destruction. It's quite a mess, actually.
Yeah, it looks like he came out of the ocean, stepped right there, and he's making his way this direction. The scary thing is that all of the rest of Horizon is beyond that horizon.
And some more brilliant news work here. It is quite a mess, as the reporter just said. I don't know if they're talking about the game itself or this, but the hilarious part of this, I want to zoom into this Wendy's logo. I mean, you don't even have the balls to put in the actual logo for Wendy's. It's just some crappy low poly version of the Wendy character herself, and it's making me disgusted to think of the amount of money that's being funneled into this. I gotta say though, if you are one of the people that is actually coding this stuff, working on this game, I hope you understand how freaking hilarious beautiful your work situation is right now, because you know these people are getting paid hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to be making this over in Silicon Valley, wherever they're possibly doing this stuff, and they are making the worst looking game I have ever seen. And then you have John McClay over here again having to explain, having to interpret what happened here as if this is some archaeological site that they dug up. No, this was supposed to be an event that just happened. So why couldn't you just take the 5 days it might take some entire animation team to animate some crappy low poly version of Godzilla that you know would have looked horrendous to actually show us what happened? And instead you have to just hope that when you log into the Wendyverse that John McClay is online and able to do his spiel about this footprint is leading towards the rest of Horizon. So it's kind of scary to see that the rest of the metaverse might be destroyed. Like, shut the hell up. That's not what happened here. This is so bad.
Yeah, so he's headed to the rest of Horizon. You guys need to prepare for Godzilla.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, y'all have it here. First sight, first info. Y'all have to get ready for Godzilla. Y'all better lug y'all belongings, y'all valuables, because we never know when it's coming.
This newscast is the worst video I have ever seen relating to a video game event of all time. And I gotta remind you guys, it's not possible to find anymore, but Meta themselves posted this video as promotion for the event. So you know there was nothing else, nobody else covering this on the internet if this is what they went with to promote their new product and their new game event. I also love how you can just still see the limitations of their technology. I mean, nothing feels real about this, and that is the key with VR that I think a lot of people are overlooking, especially the people developing this concept game. When you have people with just floating hands and looking all glitchy, floating bodies, I should say, no legs, and then their eyes are like half asleep while they're talking like this, and I'm supposed to believe this is an actual news anchor, you just lose me completely. And I'm somebody who can get lost in some pretty basic video games. You know, that is my escape from the world, so I gotta admit, I've been into some crappy games in the past and have given games way more credit than they're due, but this one, I can tell you, I will never, ever launch this game with a VR headset. It is that bad. I don't even think this makes me want to have a VR headset. I have somehow escaped buying one over the many years they've been out now, and seeing this just turns me off from it even more, because if this is what we're expecting in the future, I don't want to play video games anymore.
So we have here a friend of the community, Kim Patrick 101. What do you think about all this mess that Godzilla made in the Wendyverse?
Well, I was here to get a 4 for 4. Let me just tell you, I was not expecting all this to go down. I just see a huge footprint. I'm hungry, you know, I just gotta work.
And even this person repeats, I can't believe I saw this all go down, and then immediately follows that by saying, I logged on and I saw this big footprint. Like, no, you didn't see any of it go down. None of us saw it go down. Not even the developers saw this go down, because what instead happened was somebody made a model of a giant footprint, put that here, and then destroyed some of the elements of this Wendy's building. And this all just hurts my head. It's also all one big advertisement, because this is happening in a Wendy's channel of this multiverse concept that Zuck thinks is going to revolutionize the world. Like, I hate this so much, but I also love it because I see how much money has funneled into it, and it just makes me laugh because I love the thought of billionaires and rich people losing all of their money on stupid ideas and proving that they don't know jack about the businesses that they think they're titans of.
They still have the burgers. The smoothie machine don't work yet. The burgers are safe, and some nuggets as well. But
well, at least its babies didn't eat it.
And again, I gotta remind you guys, this video in particular is not necessarily about the coverage of this event, but so little can be said about this that I'm even surprised they were able to scrape through and get 4 minutes of content talking about this. I mean, you go in, you look at it for 2 seconds, and it's done. This entire event has the same amount of excitement and fascination that a modern person would have looking into one of those old Fisher-Price cameras that show you 12 different slides of zoo animals up close. Don't waste your money on a VR headset, and don't give into the hype. This is trash. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through the rest of this news coverage because I really don't care about this specific Wendy's location in the Wendyverse. I know it's a big loss for Meta themselves, but you know, when they're dealing with a loss of 100,000 concurrent players over the past couple months, unable to even complete their goal of reaching 500,000 by the end of the year that Zuckerberg is so fixated on reaching, it looks like this is just gonna continue to sink, and I hope that we keep seeing funny little tidbits here and there of the failures of this company, because I personally have a vendetta against Facebook. I hate them because of the rampant misinformation that goes on that platform and just the ability for somebody to completely rot their brain by using it. So yeah, maybe I have a little bit of a bias against Zuckerberg, but I want to know what you think of this project, what you thought of this Wendyverse Godzilla collab. All I know is it makes me want to go play Fortnite and actually see what a real video game company can achieve with a fraction of the cost. Anyways, that about does it for today's video. A little bit of a different one, I know, but let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and shout out to my patrons who have been supporting me over there. Gonna have more videos for you on the way before Thanksgiving, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, peace out.